Hello, gorgeous. May I ask you to rise up for a minute? Because if you're about to watch a video about exercise, you may as well move your body a little bit. Maybe you just want to do a shimmy, or you do star jumps, or if you have hula hoops, then spin your hula hoop.
There's a lot of stories and videos you can see here on YouTube as well, where people share their experience. They started something and they give it 7 days. And they share their transformation or their disappointment. And I remember when I started many years ago, I started hooping and it took me 6 months, but I went down from UK size 14 to size 8. And that is a miracle because I never had any background in sports or fitness or even dance. But I think the miracle is that after so many years, I'm still hula hooping because I found something that I actually enjoy. And I feel that Becky's story is absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see what she's about to achieve because it looks like she's going to carry on hula hooping. Even if it's not with hula hooping, it doesn't matter. Just get inspired, and the moment you start moving and you find joy in exercise, I think you will have so much more confidence and life will be just more fun. And yeah, here it goes. Here's Becky's story.
Hi B, how are you? Thank you so much for inviting me to have a chat with you today. My name's Becky, I live in Gloucestershire in England, and I'm a mum, I'm a wife, and I'm also a communication and marketing officer at a school.
If you're hooping now, why not move your arms about?
I started hooping 2 months ago now. I did have a hula hoop as a child, but I wasn't very good at it at all. The reason I started hooping was that my friend that I work with in my office had got herself a hoop, and she sent me a video on WhatsApp of her hooping, and I thought it looked like so much fun. I couldn't wait to have a go myself. So between us in our office, me and my other friend decided we wanted to also pick it up. So arrangement was made so that we would buy each other hula hoops for our birthdays. I haven't even had my birthday yet, so it was a very early birthday present. But yeah, it was just an excuse for us to do some shopping.
Hands up if you love a bit of shopping, especially for hula hoops.
I've been previously diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder, which means I find this time of year really difficult. I do rely on keeping myself active to keep my mental health really good. And so with the gyms being closed at the moment in the UK, I really needed to find something that I could do that would keep me active and keep me happy, and be something I could look forward to at the end of the day when I finish work. I started off hooping outside because I didn't have enough room inside the house with the way that I could control the hoop, or the way that I couldn't control the hoop rather.
Most days I can't even control myself, but you know what? As long as you're having fun and moving your body and it feels amazing, then just do it. Don't stress about anything.
And so it was a really good way to get me exercising outside and enjoying some time outside, even though we're in lockdown. So when I started hooping on the first day of trying, it was a real challenge to keep the hoop up. I remember being really pleased because I managed to keep it up for a minute, and that was amazing to me. I kept practicing, I was practicing out in the snow, and I eventually managed to keep it up for 3.5 minutes. And as soon as I did that, I WhatsApped my friends and told them because I was so excited about being able to keep the hoop going. It didn't look particularly glamorous and I couldn't do any tricks, but I was just so pleased that I managed to keep the hoop going. So one thing I did when I started hooping, and I wanted to be able to control the hoop and learn how to do it, was that I searched YouTube for some videos, and I found Bee's YouTube channel and really enjoyed watching her videos and the way that she explained how to keep the hoop up, and she made me laugh and she made me smile, and I really enjoyed working out using her videos to get me started with hooping. I've been working throughout the pandemic, so when I started hooping, my main aim was just to keep the hoop going, really. I was dropping it so often that I just wanted to be able to keep the hoop going round. As I managed to be able to do that, I guess my aims changed.
You see, once you have some confidence, you just keep growing and evolving and reach higher for the stars.
I always find that if I've had a tough day at work, and I come home and I'm not feeling great, if I have a go at hooping, well, there's no way that you can't not smile when you're hula hooping. It's such good fun, and so it always improves my mood. I want that to keep that going and to use my hooping to keep myself happy and also to keep myself healthy.
I hope you kept hula hooping throughout. And do you think Becky is going to carry on hula hooping? I have a feeling she will, but let's keep an eye on her. You can follow her on her Instagram. Are you inspired to start hula hooping? Let us know in the comments below.
As I said before, the achievement of learning tricks and learning moves and being able to do things that you haven't done before is just so rewarding. So to be able to improve my skills and to be able to do more tricks and moves is also another aim that I have with my hooping. So as well as keeping me healthy mentally, hooping's been amazing for my cardiovascular fitness. I definitely can hoop longer and keep going without getting worn out. It's a really good workout in a cardio wise, but then it's also working all your muscles. I've actually, for the first time in my whole life, started to get a hint of abs even after 2 months. I mean, I'm not saying that I've got a six-pack, but this is the first time I've had any definition to my abdominals. So I'm thinking that that's because I've been hooping for the last 2 months. Some of the moves you're doing in hooping are really working your quads and your glutes and your legs, and then other ones where you're trying to keep your arms lifted up high are also working your arm muscles really well. So hooping is a whole body toning exercise. As well as doing your cardio, you're also working on conditioning, you're getting your muscles strong. For me, it's a perfect workout. It's keeping the whole of me healthy from the very top of me to the very bottom of me, and also my mind. So if you're thinking of starting hooping, I would say my first advice to you is to watch Bee's video about choosing your hoop, and then have a go. Watch some videos about how to keep your hoop going, and just persist and keep going, and just as that hoop drops, just pick it up and try again. It's just you just have to keep trying, and then you will get there. You just need to be confident in yourself. I've had days where I've tried to hoop and I just can't do it, and it's made me feel so frustrated. But I picked it up the next day, I've kept going and I've kept trying, and you will get there. I promise, you will get there. Also, I would say it's really good to get some of your friends involved. Encourage them to start hooping as well, and then you can be sharing what you've learned, and you can be sharing your hints and tips, and also they'll be your little support team and you'll be theirs. So yeah, get other people involved within your hooping journey. It doesn't have to be people you know in real life. It could be people that you've met over social media through your Instagram channel. You will get people who will support you and cheer you on, and you can cheer them on in their journey as well. For me, following Bee's Pure Core hooping course has been amazing. It's given me a real focus to my workouts and to my hooping. Whereas before I might just practice just standing there and just trying to keep the hoop up. Now we've been given some quite challenging moves to try, and it's working me and pushing me and challenging me. It's what I need, and also the support that Bee gives is amazing. I honestly have enjoyed taking part in the course so much, and my skills have improved, and also I've had loads and loads of fun along the way. So obviously you're not going to get every move down to a T as soon as you've managed to try it. It's going to take a long time. And there are moves that I can't do yet that were covered in the course, but what I'm planning on doing is when I finish the course, I'm going to start it again from the beginning, and I'm going to have a go at doing it all over again, and then I'll just keep practicing and keep trying, and then I'm sure I'm going to get there in the end. It's been really important to me to have something to look forward to at the end of the day, and when I come home, that's just for me and keeps me busy and keeps me active. So hooping's been perfect for that, and I've really also enjoyed the challenge of being able to learn moves, learn tricks, and also the feeling of accomplishment that you get when you've actually managed to master a trick for the first time.
I think this is so priceless because in 7 days we don't drop dress sizes or half our body weight. But if we learn a couple of tricks, that already feels like a huge sense of achievement and you can swim in it and grow your confidence. Who doesn't want that? It's so addictive to feel good about yourself.
I found it really useful to film myself because it means you can look back on how you're doing and you can actually see some of the moves that you're making. So I started posting these on my Instagram channel just because I thought it was fun and I was excited to share what I'd managed to do. I think the first moves that I focused on when I started hooping was things like stepping from side to side, walking forwards, those kind of things. Actually, it felt when I first started that my feet were glued to the ground and I couldn't move them at all. So actually being able to get some motion in there and being able to move around was an amazing first achievement for me, even though now it seems like it's easy. So with my friends at work, there's been a few of us now who've got hula hoops and we've set up our own WhatsApp group so that we could share our progress together. And it's been really fun to have the support of my friends and colleagues. So with my friends at work, there's a few of us now who've bought hula hoops. We've all started hooping at the same time and it's been really fun to support each other and share what we're managing to do over our WhatsApp group. We're really looking forward to when the pandemic is over and lockdown's lifted and we can actually get some hooping time together, and who knows, maybe we'll even be performing at the school talent show at some point. I wasn't sporty at all when I was at school. I really hated doing sports lessons and I would find any way possible to get out of taking part. I remember I was in the bottom set and it was kind of like we weren't really taught how to do sport or how to get involved. It was just a case of if you could do it or if you couldn't, and I was just put in a group with people who've never really been interested in doing sport, and so it's not something that I was into at all. During my 20s and 30s I did very little exercise. I think to me the idea of doing sport was something that you would have to do to lose weight, or something that you would have to do to punish yourself for enjoying eating a cake. And that completely put me off doing any kind of exercise. I always thought of it as a punishment. As I moved to my late 30s, I found that actually being active was so good for my mental health. And it was something that I really enjoyed getting out there. I have been diagnosed with depression and anxiety in the past, but I'm really controlling that at the moment. And one of my main ways of controlling that is through physical exercise. That rush of endorphins that you get after being involved in an activity or being able to perform a certain move or do something that you couldn't do before, beat a personal best, is just absolutely amazing, and that tired feeling you get at the end of it is great. I don't think about exercise as being punishment anymore. I just think of it as a way that I can enjoy myself and also keep myself healthy for my children. As I moved to my late 30s, I did something that I'd never been able to do before, which was to teach myself how to run a 5k, and it started with such small steps. I could literally run for like 30 seconds and then I'd have to walk again, and I built up and tried and aimed towards completing my first 5k, and it was such an amazing feeling that I'd never had before from doing exercise, and it really started me off on a journey of getting into fitness and health and actually enjoying it. With the encouragement of some colleagues from work, I took part in a few triathlons, which I really enjoyed. I've also I've managed to run a few half marathons, some trail half marathons, which have been amazing but exhausting. So my love of fitness and exercise increased as I began to enjoy it more and more. I took part in a few sprint triathlons, I've done a few half marathons, and there's always just this amazing sense of achievement of having completed something and feeling amazing about yourself, that your body can do these amazing things that they couldn't do before. I've also been really enjoying swimming when the pools have been open during the pandemic, and nothing is better than getting up early, getting to the pool and swimming maybe 50 or 60 lengths before work, it just sets you up for the day and you feel amazing from it. During the first lockdown, my fitness levels really suffered. I was really anxious about leaving the house. I was working the whole time and not really moving very much between the sofa and the table and not going out at all. So actually when lockdown lifted, I decided I was going to join the gym and get active again, and I absolutely loved it, and it's what has been my saviour this year really. I think the important thing with exercise and keeping active is that you find something that you really love, something that makes you smile, something that gives you that spring in your step when you think about doing it, and something that can act as a stress relief for you. It's especially important for us mums to keep active because we've got so many pressures on us. We've got our families, we've got our children, and actually we need to spend some time for ourselves and doing things that we enjoy that are going to keep us happy and healthy. Because if we're not happy and healthy, then who's going to look after our families? So B, that's it from me. It's been so nice chatting to you, and hopefully we can chat again soon. Take care. Bye.
Becky inspires me every time I see her post, so I'm keeping my eyes on her just to see what she's up to. I love watching what she does, and if you're interested in more hula hoopy content, there's a chance to subscribe to this channel. And if you have a few more minutes, hula hoop some more, check out the next video. Sprinkled some epic links in the description. I hope you're feeling pumped and ready to shine like a star. Happy hooping, beautiful!